What is going on, you guys? This is Symbio from T3 Gaming, and I have a special video by request to go over our Star Wars Destiny T3 tabletop video here. This is a table that I did indeed build. It's really not that hard, and I'm going to give you hopefully all the instructions and information you need to build your very own Star Wars Destiny table. Definitely check the link in the descriptions for, I'm going to give you a drawing and a CAD drawing that I put together, also some dimensions for the materials you're going to need. It's a pretty easy to do project if you have some base construction skills, a saw, you're going to need a hammer, some nails, and definitely be able to cut the pieces to sizes. But let me go ahead and show you the table so that you can see a little more close up. It has been spray painted black, and the instructions I'm giving you are going to be for a new and improved version. So what you got here is a table that's been designed to fit a standard play mat on both sides and then a dice tray so that this can be carried around with you to your local shop, plopped on top of a standard table so that you could play. It's got square dowels that kind of make up the frames here, and then the top is made of 1/4 inch birch, or you could use maple, just like a thin veneer type plywood, 1/4 inch, and then the bottom, actually I did it a little, overdid it because I was thinking, I was scared it was going to be too lightweight. I went with a 3/4 inch, and you don't need to do that. I would definitely go with a 1/4 inch on the top and a 1/4 inch on the bottom, and that would be perfect. And then I actually went with a 1-inch square maple dowel that runs all the way across, just like a window frame. You could probably get away with a 3/4 inch dowel, so that mine is raised a little bit higher. So it's a little deeper than some other people's trays. It depends on if you think you're going to have a lot of rollers that roll out of the tray. Having it deeper makes it a little harder to grab, so I would maybe go, so in my instructions I'm going to recommend a 3/4 inch dowel here. And so you can see it's really heavy duty, but you don't need it that heavy duty. With a nice 1/4 inch on the bottom, you'll have a nice play surface. And then what I would do, here's the bottom of the table, I would put some rubber pads on over here on your version so that it doesn't slip. And I'd put them more towards the middle so that it doesn't slip on the table and it'll be nice and secure. So pretty straightforward. It's just really a lot like a window frame kind of build. And there are some, so you've basically got these 3-foot long square dowels running top and bottom. And then you've got these horizontal dowels framing the tray, and then there's one at the bottom here, and then there's 2 dowels in the middle to support this so that you can actually lean on it without worrying about it breaking. And again, the dimensions are going to be in the description, but this is essentially 24 inches wide by 14, I think it's like 14 1/4. So it fits a standard playmat perfectly. So I wanted to do that so that you could always have your, local players play with their regular mats. I actually had a custom mats built printed that you can get at inkedgaming.com. Link is also in the description. I went with a 36 inch by 36 inch wargaming mat so that I could cut these out. But you guys could just get, if you want to save money, you don't need to get the custom mats here. Just get one for the middle and cut it out. And so you can use just an X-Acto blade. Let's take a closer look. So this was a custom mat. I basically have cut out all these pieces and double stick taped it to the side, and then double stick this on the bottom. But it would look nicer if you had some gaffer's tape covering the edges here to make it look cleaner. And then you could come up with any design you want. So I was thinking about making another one of these maybe for a prize or at some point, but we'll see, because it does take some time. And then I spray painted it, and I would not recommend doing that. Just use a regular paint, or if you wanted to have that nice natural wood finish, you could use like a stain and a lacquer, which would be really nice if you want it to be very professional looking. Definitely sand it down. Let's see, what else? If you look really close, these are finishing nails. Let me see if I can zoom in here. So the finishing nails are just nailed in. I think that's the simplest way to go. Probably a 3/4 inch finishing nail, and that works perfectly. You could do it every 3 to 4 inches, or probably every 6 inches would be fine too. And then I sanded this whole thing off so it would be nice and smooth. Good birch plywood or maple plywood is already sanded, but here, actually, I have a piece of the actual plywood to show you here. So here's the original plywood, 1/4 inch. You could probably get away with a little bit thinner if you don't have access to 3/4 inch, but I bought a sheet at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's like a 2x4 foot sheet. So it's really easy, then you just need to cut it. So the back board is going to be 2x3, and then the top boards are like 2x14.5, I think. And so the tray in the middle is about 7.5 to 8 inches, which I think is a nice enough tray that you don't knock over people's dice, but you don't want to be also too far back here, especially if you're going to do video, because if it's too far, it's hard for them to reach into the tray, and you want to try to get as close as you can on the video to make it look good. So, all right, I think that's it for this, and then I'm going to go over the, I'll go over the drawing in a second here. All right, you guys, we're back now with the Star Wars Destiny tabletop review using the CAD program I drew this up in just to illustrate for you guys, because I love you guys so much and I love this game so much, and I want you guys to build your own tables because it's really fun playing on these tables. It definitely makes the Destiny experience more high level. So basically on the bottom here, you've got a 1/4 inch piece of birch or maple plywood. You'll buy it at the store probably in a 24 inch by 48 sheet. Sorry, I don't know what the meter and millimeter conversions are for those outside of the US. But anyway, you're going to get that, and you're going to cut that down to 36 inches length for the bottom. And then the top is 2 more pieces, and one is going to be, it's also 24 inches wide by 14.25 inches in width. So that leaves a 7.5 inch tray in the middle here for you to roll in. So that's the 2 pieces of plywood. And again, in my video, I had it thicker, but I want you guys should definitely not use the thick version. The thin version is fine. It'll make it lighter. So the other component you're going to need are these square dowels, and you're going to need to go to the store and get 8 3/4 by 3/4 by 36 inch long poplar square wood dowels. You can probably get any other kind of wood. Poplar is just one of the easy ones that we could get. I don't think you want something like a balsa wood or anything like that. That's too lightweight. You still want like real, like a softwood or a hardwood. So basically they come at the store, like if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, in these 36 inch lengths. So again, I went with a 1 inch. You guys could go with a 3/4 if you want a little bit of a shallower tray, so it's not as high. 1 inch works fine too if you can't find the 3/4. So you're going to get, you're going to need to get 8 of them, and 2 of them you're going to cut 36 inch. Actually, they'll come 36 inch long, and then you're going to have these 4 horizontal supports. And the horizontal supports are going to be 22.5 inches wide or long, because they go in between these 2 long ones. And then, you know, of course, they're going to frame the tray. And then lastly, you have kind of these interior supports, just so you don't crush the plywood when you're leaning on it. Those are 12 3/4 inches. And they don't have to be lined up exactly in thirds here, but, you know, if you want to be precise, then I would definitely line those up. I don't know exactly what the measurements are of that, but that's the table. What was easiest for me was basically you're going to flip this whole thing over and use kind of line up your 2 side pieces and then your 2 bottom pieces, and throw the big plywood on top and nail those in first so that you have the whole square, and then flip it over, and then you can put the other 2 pieces in, nail them out from the side or from the other side, and then put in your support pieces and these vertical pieces down, and then you know, again, you can glue them, or you can put a little screw in through one of these dowels into the other sides, or a longer nail. You'll probably need like a 1.5 inch nail for that. And then you can glue the top pieces on top of it, and then you're ready to go. You just paint it and put the mat in the middle, and you're ready to roll. So hopefully this helps and you guys can all build one. Definitely link me to pictures of the ones that you build. I'd love to see other people customize this or modify this. Maybe you could throw some things on the side to hold dice, but I like how this is simple. It's portable. You can put a little handle, but I always carry it by this little lip here on both sides. Pretty easy to carry, or you could put a handle on it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, get building. I'd like to see some of those designs. All right, bye-bye.